Good morning, welcome back. It is Monday. More importantly, it is Veterans Day. So I just want to give a quick thank you to all my family, friends, and so forth that served in the military. And I know there's a lot of you out there that have relatives and friends and family and so forth that have served in the military. So thank you, each and every one of you, for your time, your sacrifices, your blood, sweat, and tears. I could say so much, but it's very important that we all, know what this day's about, and hopefully you veterans out there, you all have a nice, relaxing day. Enjoy your day. This day is for you. Excuse me. With that being said, I didn't want to do a rip today, and I don't know if we've done this before or not, but I've got some cards over here set to the side that I'm working on various projects with, and I've got a bunch of car cards set out. So I thought, well, Veterans Day is today. I went through these stacks and separated the military cars as well as like the patriotic and American themed cars. So let's take a look at that. And it's going to be a short video today, and rightfully so, because there's more important things for us to do than look at cards today. But let's go to it. So I found this one. It's a Bobby Labonte All-American Heroes. Like I say, I like that red, white, and blue paint job. And there's going to be other ones with, two cars on here just because how they did that. 2013 Press Pass had this NASCAR Unites and American Salute. So there's various cars here, and they're kind of scattered throughout that have American theme, American flag, and patriotic themes here. Jimmy Johnson always ran the Power of Pride scheme. Eminem's always had this was around 4th of July, of course, but still very patriotic, I feel. There's another Power of Pride scheme from Jimmy. Of course, that's what his first Cup car had on it in 2001, the Power of Pride logo. Like this iconic Mark Martin Valvoline with the stars and stripes there along the side, very clean. We did see another picture. This one's just more up. Actually, no, we didn't see that one, did we? No, we didn't. Of course, this has got that Texas Lone Star on it for the Interstate Batteries 500. That very red, white, and blue there. Marathon American Spirit with Kyle Petty. And here's some more of these NASCAR Unites from 2013 Press Pass. Of course, Dale Jr. has National Guard sponsorship. We'll see him a couple more times. Another red, white, and blue Lowe's scheme. Aaron's had looks like stars and stripes and all sorts of patriotic livery going on. Carl Edwards with a nice looking paint job there. Jeff Burton. And MTJ. Excuse me. Now we're going to get into the cars that strictly have military sponsors on them or support. National Guard, of course, Dale Jr., he had that for a number of years. The 43 team had Air Force, U.S. Air Force on their car for a long time. Here's another one, Dale Jr., National Guard. He had several National Guard. We're going to see the U.S. Army in here a lot because they had several teams that they supported. DEI for a few years with Mark Martin, Eric Almirola. 01, which was the Ginn, well, it was the MB2, then became Ginn, then became DEI. They had a number of drivers, Joe Nemechek, Jerry Nadeau, Mike Skinner, to name a few. Mark Martin almost won the Daytona 500 in that car. There's a good look at the 01 car. Another look, and I like the fact that they change up the paint schemes once in a while with these. Air Force, U.S. Air Force was with the Wood Brothers for a brief time. The original National Guard car, which I thought this paint scheme resembled the Family Channel paint scheme quite a bit. And then there is another National Guard paint scheme there. Another U.S. Army with Ryan Newman at SHR. I like this one with the camouflage along the bottom. And now these last five are the cars that really started it all, I feel like. And these weren't actual sponsors. 1991 Daytona 500, there were several cars that got into the race that did not have sponsors. United States was in the Gulf War, the Operation Desert Shield, Operation Desert Storm over in Kuwait and that part of the world. And there's, like I said, there's some cars in the race that didn't have sponsorship. Titlement sponsor R.J. Reynolds Tobacco Company said, hey, we'll kick in some money to these 5 teams if they'll paint their cars up with the different liveries of the different branches of the armed forces. Of course, you see Alan Kowicki here, the Army car. And rumor was Alan didn't like this paint scheme, but he ended up getting a top 10 finish with it. And this is something that I noticed too. Look at the number on the roof. It is a different font than what he typically ran. He always ran that block style 7 with the solid angle, and there it's got that curve to the back of the 7. So that's something that I recently noticed. I believe Dylan C. actually messaged me on Twitter about that when I had some diecasts that I was showing. But now that I've seen it on actual picture. Greg Sachs drove the 18. I believe this was a Diamond Ridge Racing team because they had Diamond Ridge on the hood of the car, or on the nose of the car anyway. This would be the Navy car. And there you see the show cars actually on the pace lap. But Greg Sachs ended up getting in a crash with Rick Wilson partway through the race. Mickey Gibbs was driving for Team 3 Racing. Again, they ran pretty much the whole year with no sponsorship. Air Force on the car there, nice looking car. Buddy Baker driving in what would end up being the last race. I believe Rod Osterland owned the car, but Buddy liked the number 88. That was a family number. They ran the Marines paint scheme here, and they ended up having engine difficulties. And our last one, Dave Marcus, even though he did kind of have a sponsor, I think that R.J. Reynolds knew old Dave could use the money, because Mike Miller's Big Apple Market, you see it there on the trunk lid, but he represented the Coast Guard there. Didn't really change up his paint scheme too much, just added a couple, I guess you'd call them Shelby stripes to the car. I don't remember where Dave finished in the race. Is it going to tell us? Finished 35th. But yeah, it was those were the original 5 cars that I think that helped kind of introduce the military into NASCAR. Of course, there's a few cars in the 70s. That number 30 car that Earnhardt ran had Army on it. I believe MC Anderson's team had some military help for a brief time. But yeah, I wanted to just go through, show you some cool cars over the last 20 or 30 years or so that I think shows NASCAR, or at least the military looks as NASCAR as a potential recruitment tool. I think many military members may look at NASCAR as a form of entertainment and a way to, when they're stationed wherever, they can kind of brings them together. They can kind of sit down, watch a race, and escape the rigors of military life. But I do just want to say again, thank you, each and every one of you. Your service is very much appreciated, does not go unnoticed, and without you, we wouldn't have this great country to live in. So make sure you thank a veteran today. I'm sure they would really, really appreciate it. So enjoy the rest of your Veterans Day, and we will see you later. Thanks for watching.